Now, bringing you the very best in New Hampshire-based local music on IPMNation.com and 100.1 The Planet, this is Local Outbreak. Hey everybody, welcome to this week's Local Outbreak on IPM Nation and 100.1 The Planet. Matt Connarton from IPMNation.com here with you to bring you another great week of New Hampshire-based music. And I'm excited about this week's show because I had the opportunity to do a sit-down interview with most of the members of the band Gnarly Darling. But not only did they come in for a conversation, but they played live in studio for us. They did 4 songs, acoustic, and it's fantastic. So we'll do this in the order in which events proceeded. So first, in the first segment, I'm going to share with you their entire live performance. And then from there, we'll get into the conversation that we had, and it was great getting to know them. Great band and really good people, too. So without further ado, here it is, the live in-studio performance of Gnarly Darling to open up this week's Local Outbreak on IPM Nation and 100.1 The Planet. And we've got a band here, and I'm going to bring everybody's mics up here, but we have Gnarly Darling in studio with us. And everybody say hello or play something. Or
Hello.
Hi, everyone.
Yeah, go ahead and play a smidgen of something, and I'll just kind of ride these faders a bit and try to get the levels, and yeah.
God, you guys sound incredible.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
That is fantastic. If you're just joining us, we've got Gnarly Darling here with us in the studio, and they're playing some tunes for us. And then afterwards, we're going to chat for a little bit and get to know them. But by all means, if you want to jump into the next one, I'm dying to hear more.
Absolutely.
You guys
That
sound
sounds
great.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Yeah, next we're going to do a tune called The Usual Reasons. This is a song that I guess the idea for this song was we've all had really bad days, right, where like your relationship's falling apart and your car won't start and you stepped in something in the yard and you're cut yourself shaving and there's bills overdue and your boss is getting on your case. I think the idea of this song was that if everybody in the world was having that day at the same time. So
Okay.
A little bit apocalyptic. This is called The Usual Reasons. Everybody's got us as they sing the finale. The congregation got us and they're singing the alley. If they pray the right words, the markets will rally. But they can't find Jesus cause he's headed for Cali. And every time you talk, girl, you give me assignments. Living in the gutter, but I'm paying the high rent. In a hazy hedonism like a refinement. He's Johnny Cash kicking lines at the rhyming. Oh, whoa, oh, oh. Hey, 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 hey. I got a bucket of regrets and an empty cup of faith. Oh. Whoa, ho, ho. Hey, 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 hey. Got a bucket of regrets and an empty cup. All your friends turned tail, head out of town, and mom and dad bail without making a sound. It's only Miss I told you so that's hanging around. She's a real sour Betty in a second-hand gown. Be around her neck, you don't know what it's for. It's a lock you never seen, she can change in the core. It'll brace against your freckles, make your cardio sore. But it's a matter of time till she shows you to the door.
Whoa, oh, oh. Hey, hey, hey. I got a bucket of regrets and an empty cup of faith. Oh, whoa, oh, oh. Hey, hey, hey. I got a bucket of regrets and an empty cup.
Wow, that was fantastic.
Thank you.
Fantastic. If you're just joining us, Gnarly Darling is here with us in studio. Let's keep going. This is great. Y'all sound phenomenal.
We're so glad to be here. Thanks for having us. And we're going to do a tune that Jesse's going to sing lead on. This is called Barnflower.
All right.
Live on the north side, very well. Swimming on the east side, laying me bare. It's amazing what you see when you listen to the silence. It's amazing what you hear when you close your eyes. Even in my mind's eye, the storms are still there. Spinning on the ridge line as far as I see. Circle or straight line doesn't matter to me. Cause the winds are blowing through on the way to somewhere different. We can steal a little power, we can't break free. Rooted in the ridge line, a family tree. Mama always told me it was best to wait. Now I've got these weeks and months to calculate. In a patch of afternoon, something shy of hopeful blooms. A barnfly pushing through the dirt too soon. I got nowhere to go. Find the strength in the hurt and find a promise in the worry. So if you think you're gonna leave, you better do it in a hurry. No, there's no answers in this town, just a multitude of stories. Barnflower, barnflower, what's gonna come of you?
3, 4.
Chilly for September, out of the blue. Born into the winter, paying your dues. It's a number in a number, it's a nickel scratch, a ticket. It's a game of odds tying me to you. And I'm not feeling great, babe, about the number you drew. Seems like we've got nothing left but time to kill. And I can see it in his stare, he's had his fill. In a patch of afternoon, something shy of hope for blooms. A barnfly pushing through the dirt too soon. I got nowhere to go. Find the strength in the hurt and find promise in the worry. So if you think you're gonna leave, you better do it in a hurry. No, there's no answers in this town, just a multitude of stories. Barnflower, barnflower, what's gonna come of you? I got nowhere to go. Find the strength in the hurt and find a promise in the worry. So if you think you're gonna leave, no,
There's no answers in this town, just a multitude of stories.
barnflower, barnflower, what's gonna come of you? Barnflower, barnflower, what's gonna come of you? Barnflower, barnflower, what's gonna come of you?
Wow. Well done. Well done. Do you have one more? Did we say 4?
Yeah,
Was
we
it?
got one more we could do for sure.
All right,
Yeah,
all right,
great,
cool.
Thank you. We're going to do one that started off as just sort of a folk song on an acoustic guitar. And one of the things I really appreciate is being able to play with these awesome people and having them all bring their own elements to it, whether it's a bass line from Scott or really cool beat from Gary, or a harp part from Pete, and harmonies from Jesse. So this one's called "The River Returns to You."
All right.
A flat. A flat. You got it. Let me blend into the river, find my way back to the source, just be driven by conviction, don't hesitate to change my course, hug the bends and chase the shallows, never worry about the days behind. Kiss a girl that I just met within the hour. Sea salt on her lips, not a worry on her mind. It's just the same old season cycle through. Search the depths for something true. Wherever you wander, the river returns to you. Faded signs and skies of blue. Walk the world for something new. Wherever you wander, the river returns to you. Used to travel free and easy. Now I'm drifting someplace I can't seem to leave. Trying to breathe life into something nearly over. Always clinging to its sleeves. Tell myself that something ending has a future. Reminder of my name. Somebody's gotta tell me how I should be feeling. We all know how this story ends. No matter what you do, it's just the same old season cycle through. Search the depths for something true. Wherever you wander, the river returns to you. Faded signs and skies of blue. Walk the world for something new. Wherever you wander, the river returns to you. Crossing back and forth, stone to stone, and you can quickly lose true north. Help me find my way, 'cause if you can save me, everything will stay the same old season cycle through. Search the depths for something true. Wherever you wander, the river returns to you. Faded signs and skies of blue. Walk the world for something new. Wherever you wander, the river returns. Same old season cycle through. Search the depths for something true. Wherever you wander, the river returns to you. Faded signs and skies of blue. Walk the world for something new. Wherever you wander, the river returns to you. Wherever you wander, the river returns to you. Wherever you wander, the river returns to you.
was waiting to see if that was definitely the end. I love
So was
it.
I.
I love it. Fantastic, fantastic. Gnarly Darling is here. We have in studio with us the members of Gnarly Darling, and you sound incredible. Thank you so much for coming in and playing live for us.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for having us. It's awesome.
Appreciate it very, very much. Let's do this. Jesse, let's start with you at the news desk. If we can just go around the room.
Jesse's at the news desk.
And Jesse's at the news desk, which is very important. If we can go around and just have each of you tell us who you are and what you do in the band.
Yeah, sure. So my name's Jessie Rigorda Ava. I'm a new member to Gnarly Darling. There's quite a few of us, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And I'm a vocalist. I am harmony to Ryan over here, which we can move on to.
Okay. Ryan?
Your leads. Come on now.
Oh, Ryan, I can't hear you for some reason, and I'm trying to figure out why. Oh, I think I know
Your
why.
mic a little closer.
I think I figured it out.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, there we
All
go.
right, there we go. Ryan Feely, and I sing and play acoustic guitar and also a songwriter in the group.
All right. Very good. And on the couch?
Yeah, sure. My name is Pete Lassie, and I play a little harmonica, and I sing a little bit on the side.
All right. Excellent. And the percussionist?
Yes, hi. I am Gary A. Goodman, and I am the drummer, percussionist, and all-around good guy.
All right. Excellent.
True.
And on the bass?
Hi, I'm Scott Methy. I play the bass for Gnarly Darling.
Very good. Very good. And are we missing someone? Did I hear some chatter that there's somebody missing?
Yeah, we did. We were missing terribly our lead guitarist, Noah Berman, who was called away on official government business over the last couple of days. So he's sad that he can't be here, but we're thinking of you, Noah.
Government business. Does it involve a balloon or something like that?
I'm not at liberty to say
Oh,
that.
I understand.
Well, personally, I think he ate too many Hummintashen, but that's another story.
Hummintashen. I don't even know what that. Jenny, have you been holding out on me? What's Hummintashen? I don't even know what that is.
Well, it's a Danish that we eat during Purim, right?
Yeah, okay. Wow, I've learned it. See, Jenny doesn't teach me these things. She's you've only taught me a little bit of these days and these. But she makes great challah. Am I saying that correctly?
Don't be blaming me, Bucko.
No, she cooks wonderful food. You are getting a lot of love in the Facebook live chat. Let's see. Miriam Banish says, I enjoyed that so much. Let's see. Abort 7, our friend from Greensboro, North Carolina, seems to be a very big fan. Let's see. Pilar, if I'm saying that correctly, Redmond says, Gnarly Darling is dreamy.
She's pretty dreamy, too.
Jason Federson, JFed, says, this band is #1 on the birthday list. Yes. Let's see. Yeah, Miriam Banish says nice harmony. Yeah, the harmonies are fantastic.
So much love. I love it.
Really good. Devin Toland is in the chat room and says ripping it up.
Yeah. Thanks, Devin.
Thank you.
Yeah. You're getting a lot of love in the chat. Where does the name come from?
Good question.
Gnarly Darling.
Yeah, there's a bit of a story there. We originally started with a different name, and Pete and I were part of the original group. It was really 4 teachers who used to just play at assemblies for kids and stuff like that.
Oh.
Kind of grew into something bigger than that, and we didn't have a name, and we sort of had our first gig and needed a name and came up with something on the fly that was kind of, over the years, I think we found a little confusing, misprints, misspellings all over the place.
Yeah.
So we decided late last year that we were going to come up with a new name. We've also had a couple personnel changes in the last 8 months or so. And so we started this Google Doc with all sorts of crazy ideas. Scott's got the list there. We could probably share some of the ones that didn't make it.
Oh, I love rejected band names.
Yeah.
Yes.
You want to chime in, Scott?
Really?
Share a few?
Yeah.
First thing I have to do for my buddy Brian Finello in Jersey City, New Jersey, he is a genius at naming bands. And Brian, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry that I didn't take your suggestions, which were beautiful. Toad Finger, Hind Leg, Spine Shocker, Paper Cult, 5-Finger Discount, Twice a Day, Blasting Caps, and I can't say the other ones. But the ones that we came up with as a band, though, I'm just going to read the ones that are highlighted.
Okay.
Rain Check Saturday. I don't know why that's. Mouse Honey was like,
I like that
getting
one, yeah.
some talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bounce and Holler, now that I look back at that one, It's a good one.
Yeah.
That is a good
Maybe
one.
that's an album title. In
These
the
are up
future.
for grabs.
Yeah.
So
That's
anyone,
true. Yeah.
The Noah Berman experience.
Yes.
feed Noah.
You got to have the Noah Berman experience for sure.
What about the one that had donkey in it? Didn't we
Are we
came
allowed
close?
to say that?
Well,
I don't know if-
donkey's not a bad name, but didn't we
Yeah,
have a
but
name?
the rest of it might be violating FCC rules. So
Say When is good because that reminds me of.
Yeah. I like
Yeah,
Say
well,
When.
we didn't go with it. So.
No, we didn't.
Milk Steak.
Milk
Milk
Steak's a
Steak.
good one.
We had a bunch of ones
Bird
from
milk?
It's Always
White
Funny.
milk?
So we ended up landing
It's
on,
always
I
sunny.
think, 6 or 7 that we kind of liked, and we did a little social media thing and let people vote,
Yeah.
and also do some write-ins. And actually, I think we're allowed to confess this now. Gnarly Darling came in second in the voting, but we decided we liked it better than
Really?
the one that finished first.
What was
so.
the first one?
It was Barnflower, which was the name of the title of one of the songs we just did. And,
Oh,
you know,
okay. Gotcha.
Yep. And I think, Gary had a great point. He said, Barnflower is good, but it's safe, and Gnarly Darling is just got a little more edge to it.
Yeah,
So
it does.
decided to
Yeah.
go with
And
that.
Yeah.
also, I'm just like
Pete
pretty
loved it.
gnarly, and they're all my darlings.
Well, there you go.
I
It
think
just
of it
was
the
fitting.
opposite. We think of it the opposite. That's why I kind of keep things going. But Gnarly Darling also has that opposite thing that we
Yes.
were going for.
Right, right.
Gnarly
Little
Darling.
juxtaposition, yeah.
Pete,
Yeah.
do you have any opinions on the band name?
I love it.
Is it growing on you though? Seriously.
Absolutely.
Did
Better
you,
than the last one.
now? So what was what was the old name that you did?
The original name was Ambulate as Tolerated. And it was because we were all
Wow.
working at a school, and ambulate as tolerated is actually a phrase that comes from the school nurses' return from concussion protocols.
Oh,
But we started playing gigs, and it would be ambulated as tolerate, or it would be amulet. It was just like people messed it up left and right, and it was a mouthful. We had a lot of times where people would come up during one of our breaks and say, "Oh, you guys sound good. What's your name?" And I would tell them, and they would look really confused. And so
Yeah.
we decided it wasn't the best option for us.
how long did you stick with that one?
Oh gosh, probably a couple of years, right?
Really, yeah?
2 years, yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
wow, yeah. I can see where that one would be tricky. Rebecca Glauber, if I'm saying it correctly, is in the chat room. Says gnarly darling, looking hot.
Thank you. Thank
Really,
Right,
very
back
nice.
Nice, Scott.
you. Yes.
Very
Wait,
nice.
All that
are we on
credit.
camera?
Yes.
Right up there.
There
Say
is a
hi.
live feed?
Yeah.
There's a live
Wave
feed
to
on.
the corner.
There's a live
Right
feed
over
on
there, Gary.
Facebook.
There you go.
There you go.
I did not know that.
There you go.
I was driving out from Durham and I had your show on. I just you guys are awesome.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Appreciate that very much.
Out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hadn't heard of the show until.
Now you know.
And I think the IPM Nation it's just such a great idea.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, appreciate that. Now, what is the? So are you currently in studio? Or are you currently working on a studio album, or what's the status of that?
We've got a couple weeks from now. We're going to be going in to record. We met someone in our area down on the Seacoast who used to be a sound engineer at a radio station, and he loves to record local bands, and he offered to do it. And so we're going in. I think it's March 25th, and we'll see how much we can get done. But the goal is to have an EP at the end of that experience. So,
Excellent.
Yep.
Excellent. So EP. So 4 songs, 5 songs?
Yeah, I think we're aiming for, if we can get to 6 or 7, great, but knowing that we may not reach
Okay.
that, and we might have to stop at 4 or 5. Yeah.
Gotcha. We've also been playing some stuff from your solo album that you have on SoundCloud, which is really good.
Thanks.
Now, are some of these songs, have some of these songs translated over to Gnarly Darling from your solo?
Yeah, so the ones that we played today are definitely ones that we're going to record when we go in. And, the River Returns to You, the last one, is on the solo record as well. I think basically my process is I sit down with my acoustic guitar, and I think it has at the beginning sort of a singer-songwriter kind of folky feel. But one of the things I really appreciate and love about this band is I can bring an idea and they all add to it. So it becomes really, really collaborative. Scott's written some amazing bass lines for some of my tunes, and Gary came up with the beat on The River Returns to You that's still so simple and subtle, but really blows my mind. And then having Jesse's harmonies are amazing. And then Pete and Noah, who couldn't be here today, bring in the solos, and really starts to feel like a band effort as opposed to a solo artist kind of thing.
Yeah. Let's see. Christine Feely. I have a feeling you might know her. She's in the chat and says Shay says her dad is a rock star.
Oh yeah.
Thank you, Shay.
And also Nolan Feely is in the chat room.
Oh, wow. All right.
Yeah.
Hey, no, Nolan's out in Albuquerque, New Mexico listening.
Oh, very good. Very good. God bless the internet. You can hear us anywhere. It's a wonderful thing.
Crazy.
Yeah, Rebecca says, I'd like to know the band's influences. Yes, great question, Rebecca. Yeah. Whoever wants to.
I mean, I think musically, we think of ourselves as like a sort of a roots rock band. That's kind of the category, I guess, if we had to put a category or a label on us. But I think, when I think about the stuff that we do when we play out the covers that we choose, it's kind of a wide range. We'll play the band and Dylan and the Grateful Dead and some classic rock stuff. But we also play Prince, and we play Amy Winehouse, and we play Black Pumas and Kaleo. So it's kind of Otis Redding too. Jesse does an amazing version of Sitting on the Dock of the Bay.
Oh, really? Yeah.
So I think we really try to pull in a lot of things from sort of roots rock, R&B, classic rock, a little bit of like an alternative edge sometimes too, and just kind of blend it all together.
Yeah, yeah.
So I actually met all of them when they were playing at the Word Barn over in Exeter. It's a great small venue to check out. But,
what's it called?
The Word Barn in Exeter.
Okay.
And I saw them, went up, and I said, you guys you're cool dad jam rock. Yeah.
Dad rock.
Wow.
Well, Ryan, who would you say your influences are though? Because I mean, Ryan, one of the things I love about this band is Ryan puts himself in the background, but he's literally the most talented songwriter I've ever met. Masters in creative writing. His one of the songs we didn't play, Heart Secured in Bubble Wrap.
Something to Regret.
Something to Regret is one of my favorite songs, literally of any. I listen to that all the time. It's just an amazing song.
Thanks.
And so he puts himself in the background all the time, and it feels like a band. It feels like, I don't know, like a band is supposed to feel, right? I mean,
You're right.
It's good.
Especially when this guy came on.
This is by far. I mean, I've been playing drums for a long time, and this is by far. And I'm not just saying this because we're on the radio or these guys are sitting next to me. This is the best musical group I have ever played with, and they're also great people. Sometimes when you're playing in bands, there's always somebody that kind of ruins it,
Sure.
These guys are amazing. And the other thing is they're also educated. It's unbelievable. It's like everybody's got a bachelor, master's, a doctorate, I mean, they're incredibly smart too.
Yeah.
You should see the feeds. I have to turn around to my wife and like, what does this mean? It's a lot of fun. This is a great band.
Yeah. Excellent. What Prince song do you do when you?
We have a lot of fun with Raspberry Beret.
Oh, no kidding. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good time.
You ever hear Warren Zevon's cover of that?
Yes.
Yes, we
indeed.
have.
Yeah,
and Pete does an amazing, speaking of Warren Zevon, an amazing version on lead vocals with Lawyers, Guns, and Money.
Oh,
too.
no kidding. Yeah.
that's
Oh.
Great killer.
I might update the lyrics every now and then.
Yeah. There you
Instead
go.
of Honduras, what is it?
I believe I said Mar-a-Lago.
Alex Whiteley, one of our friends from the UK, is asking, is this a traditional American sound? Is that what the band go for, or do they like to put their own spin on things?
I think we try to put our own spin on it. I think it's sort of centered. I think you start with, the rhythm section, the acoustic guitar and harmonica is immediately going to conjure up a traditional American sound. But I think we're always looking for ways to, sort of make it our own. And when we play out with the full drum kit and Noah on electric guitar, we have a little bit more of an edge, I think, than you might hear in a stripped down version like this.
Yeah. I was thinking, like, in terms of radio formats, Americana was the first thing that popped into my head.
Yeah.
Bob Crawford is a big influence of mine from the Avett Brothers.
Okay,
I was a professor at East Carolina University, and that's where Scott and Seth Avett first kind of got their start in Greenville, North Carolina.
Okay.
And I've been in love with that band for so long. And I mean, they're just Avett Brothers are just such classic Americana.
Oh, yeah.
It would be hard to say that our influences aren't that.
Yes.
To some
I think that's
extent.
true.
I think that
that's
would
true.
and the root idea, like roots where? I guess it would be Americana roots, but we get up there, we play the Kinks.
Right.
I mean,
Yep.
So
it's
I think it's a good question, and
I think part of it with the influence thing is like there's the musical influence, and then for me there's the lyricists too, and the people that I always think about that I appreciate, and I think I try to maybe emulate a little bit. Jeff Tweedy from Wilco is a huge one for me. Maybe a little lesser known, but some people might know Connor Oberst. I've done some solo stuff, Bright Eyes. I'm just blown away by his lyrics. But even going back further than that, I grew up in the 80s, was a big sort of post-punk alternative rock kid. And one of my favorite songwriters of all time is Paul Westerberg from The Replacements. There's just something about his turn of phrase that really grabs me every time. So, so it's kind of a mix. And then certainly, how can you not be influenced in some way by people like Bob Dylan or John Prine and some of the great songwriters of the past. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you have any shows coming up, or you got?
We do.
We've got 47.
We're
busy this
we're going to be to the point almost every weekend. I mean,
it's going to pick up. We had a quiet sort of January and February. We had all sorts of stuff from. Some family stuff, some illnesses, flooding at Gary's house at one point. But
that weekend that it was minus 1,400 degrees.
Yes, that's right.
We were the ones that had the pipe burst.
Yep.
We were up in Portland at the Thirsty Pig, right?
That's right. That was that weekend. So, but we've got a bunch coming up the end of March here. We're doing sort of a little northern Massachusetts swing. On March 24th, we're playing in Ipswich at True North Ale Company, and then. April 2nd, we're at Newburyport Brewing Company. April 8th, we're at Bearwolf Brewing in Amesbury. Then we come back up. We've got a show in Berwick, Maine at this great place called Corner Point. And then the big one that we're excited about is April 26th at the Stone Church over in Newmarket. And hoping that that'll be sort of our album or EP release show. So we're really excited about that.
Excellent. Kelly Toland in the chat room says Jesse is a great addition to this band. Love hearing them.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Kelly.
Very, very nice. Oh, can you finish telling the story of how you got into the band? So you went up to them at a show.
Oh, yeah.
You said the dad band thing.
Yep. So I was working over at the Word Barn for my friend Ben Anderson, and I saw them. They were great. And went up to actually Scott over there and was like, "Hey, you guys are awesome. Cool dad band."
Cool dad band. We were personally, I had missed that we didn't have a female lead.
Yes.
Because the last iteration of the band, there was a female lead.
Oh, okay.
So as soon as Jessie introduced herself and said that she was had a background in singing, went to Berkeley, and had a background in band management and stuff. We just started talking. I was like, are you playing out right now with any bands? I mean, would you want to maybe? And you said, yeah, let's, maybe we can jam sometime. And I think you gave me your card and I was sort of like, what does that mean? Like, does that mean like she wants to play with us? Because that would be cool.
Right.
And then we arranged the jam. Did we choose songs or something? And then it was just awesome.
Yeah.
It just felt sort of good, I think.
Yeah.
One of my
I don't know, did it
suggestions
feel
for the
good for
band
you?
name was Jesse and the Rad Dads.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's
right.
a
There you
good
go.
one.
Yeah, what was that first one like when you came to audition?
Oh my God. It was very stressful because I do a lot of gigs, a lot of jobs. And so I was rushing over from teaching voice lessons, and Scott had sent me the song Bad Apples that you should check out by Gnarly Darling, or really Brian Feely. And he was like, can you come up with some harmonies to this? And it was just, I was learning on my lunch break and trying to put it together. But then I suggested also Valerie by Amy Winehouse. And that was a really fun one. I just love that song. Who doesn't love that song, or Amy in general? But yeah, it all felt good, and it all worked out when I got there. And gladly, they had me back. They invited me back. So, and it's just a blast. We always have fun. So
yeah. Well, we are rapidly approaching the top of the hour, but I want to thank you all so much. This has been wonderful and great to hear you live. And I look forward to hearing the studio stuff and having you back. And is there anything we didn't mention that you want to make sure listeners know about, as far as where to find you on social media, or how to spell gnarly, or anything we should be aware of?
Yeah, it's Gnarly Darling with a G. I think we were pretty excited about the idea of a band name that started with GN because I don't think there are many out there. We thought maybe there's the Nats or the News or somebody out there. But
Right.
So Gnarly Darling with a G. We do have a website, gnarlydarling.com.
That's
the best part of it. You can find us on Facebook. You can find us on Instagram. So if you liked what you heard today, please, follow us, give us a like. We'd love to keep spreading the word and getting our music out there.
Yeah.
And come on out April 26th to the Stone Church, too.
Stone Church.
And
Okay.
if they say they heard us on the Matt
Connarton.
Matt Unleashed show, then free beer.
Nice.
Is it?
For us.
For us.
there you go.
We'll buy you a beer.
There you go. And it's a great website, by the way, gnarlydarling.com. Very cool. I'm kind of a website nerd, so I notice that kind of thing. So I really like the website. Very good. Well, again, thank you all so much, and this has been great.
Well, that's the end of my interview with Gnarly Darling, but it's not the end of the show. We've got a little bit of time left on this week's Local Outbreak, and I would like to fill that with a couple of tracks from Ryan Feely's solo album. Ryan, of course, the founding member of Gnarly Darling, and he's got a solo album available on SoundCloud, and as we discussed during our interview, some of these tracks do make it into the Gnarly Darling catalog. The album is called The River Returns to You, and it came out in 2022. So this is not that old, but actually not at all, just last year. But Ryan's solo stuff is fantastic, and we're going to play this track from The River Returns to You. This is a great song. It's kind of a heartbreaking song, but it's a great, great song. This is called Savannah from Ryan Feely of the band Gnarly Darling. Next up on Local Outbreak.
We were halfway to Savannah, and there was little left to say. And now a northbound train is taking you away. We're too paralyzed to move at all, far too restless now to stay. In this country where you're always facing yesterday. Well, I guess I thought we'd find some common ground along the coast, but instead I'm left here traveling alone, passing battlefields and railroad lines all knotted up with ghosts, where they left those rebels sorry, buried in their bones. Burning farms and singing glory, marching to the sea. Sherman made damn sure they knew that losing don't come free. Anger's just a habit, and it got the best of me. Days grow darker by degrees. Well, your voice was like a river in a world of wind and thunder, so much sweeter than the sound of summer rain. Used to lift me up so gently, now it seems to pull me under. Didn't know that I could turn into a hurricane. burning farms and singing glory, marching to the sea. Sherman made damn sure they knew that losing don't come free. Anger's just a habit, you got the best of me. Days grow darker by degrees.
Hey, everybody. Thank you for joining me this week on Local Outbreak on IPM Nation and 100.1 The Planet. Quick reminder, you can find the full archive of the show, the entire 13 years and change, at ipmnation.com/local outbreak. All the show archives are there. Everything is there for you. ipmnation.com/local outbreak. And my website, too, if you want to keep up with all of my other broadcasting and podcasting adventures, you can go to mattconnarton.com. And I will spell my last name for you because people struggle with it. CONNARTON. mattconnarton.com. And we're going to leave you with one more track from Ryan Feely because our guest this week, of course, Gnarly Darling, they are working on a studio album. They came in and played live for us, which was just fantastic. But the studio album is still in the works. So in lieu of that, we do have some music, some studio tracks from Ryan Feely of the band Gnarly Darling. And we're going to leave you with one more of those. To close out this week's Local Outbreak, this is Sometimes a Highway is Just a Highway from Ryan's solo album, The River Returns to You. Sometimes a highway is just a highway. Yes, indeed. Tom Cochran sang Life is a Highway, so this is a little different. Sometimes a highway is just a highway. From Ryan Feely to close out this week's Local Outbreak right here on 100.1 The Planet.
Sunday arrived with a red balloon cast against the sky with the clouds a blooming, and you whisper, that's a sign of a better day. Late October and we're fighting the chills, trying to save $1 on our heating bill, and I'm thinking I'd be shivering either way. Vanishing red slips beyond the buildings overhead, convinced that there's a message somewhere there. Like a long ago drive, a California run, everything is hopeful when you're 21, singing the road signs like each word was a prayer. But sometimes a highway is just a highway, sometimes your prayers are only fears, sometimes there isn't any reason why we ended up here. Sometimes I feel a little sorry for not believing, even though sometimes a highway is just a highway, and that red balloon up in the clouds means nothing more than someone letting go. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. You on a blue-gray afternoon, feeling like fall, smiling like June, wondering how to make this feeling stay. You're twisting your ring with your finger and thumb, music in our words, laughter in our lungs, looking for a road to yesterday. But sometimes a highway is just a highway, sometimes a ghost is just a ghost. They're in the darkness at the junction of unsure and almost. Sometimes I find myself believing, despite the questions in my mind. Sometimes a highway is just a highway, and that flash of June there in your smile is nothing more than something left behind. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Maybe there's 100 roads that I should travel first to finally flip the switch and stop depending on the worst. It's easy to imagine, but it's hard to truly see. If only I could give myself permission to believe. Sometimes a highway's just a highway, sometimes a ghost is just a ghost. There in the darkness at the junction of unsure and almost. Sometimes I feel myself believing, despite the questions in my mind. Sometimes a highway's just a highway, and that flash of June there in your smile is nothing more than something left behind. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na na